he is exercising his right to follow whoever he wanted to follow. But he was not thinking of the outcome, possible outcome of monetized election. Obasanjo has no money to give to Obi. It is not who can make a difference that will win this election. It is, I will repeat, it is not the person who had all that it takes, age, health, education, and patriotism, that will win the election. The winner of this election, and I can bet it, is going to be the person who has made money in this country. That's money who will win. It's going to be detailed. It is the person who has the money that will win. Go and put it down. A man who wants to rule the whole country or any part of the country ought to be screened. Has he ever worked before? What type of work did he do? Is he still there? Was he a good manager? Does he pay tax regularly? What contribution has he made to society? You come from nowhere. You become president, become governor, become a member of House. They are transactional businessmen. I still stand by my suggestion that any election conducted under the present constitution, ethnic constitution, cannot and will not produce new leaders with new ideas. Rather, any election conducted under the ethnic constitution will merely result in recycling the same people who have brought Nigeria to grinding poverty, unemployment, and underfunded education, insecurity, and external debt. I must reiterate my position that the huge external debt of 42.84 trillion naira, increased cases of killing, kidnapping, mismanagement of public funds, unemployment, strikes, poor allocation of funds for education and federal institutions, and double-digit inflation are fallouts from the appropriate 19 constitution which was put in place by the military. Experience is the best teacher. Our bitter experience since 1999 has taught us that we are in urgent need of a new constitution. We should provide for stringent conditions. 1, respect of age. 2, academic qualifications, character, personality, contribution to community at local, state, and federal levels, as well as family background of candidates for presidency and national assemblies. In other words, these are things that must be screened. You must be screened about your age, about your education. When the whole constitution of Nigeria says only living certificate is required to be a president of Nigeria, then you know something is wrong with you all.
Don't let Nigerian politics happen to you, because nobody is as inconsistent as the average Nigerian politicians. Remember, people died in Osun years ago supporting Aregbesola against Oyinlola. But when Oyinlola joined APC, the families of those that died were left to mourn their dead. So borrow yourself a brain. Don't die in their fight in 2023. My principal, Festus Keyamo, was a shining example to some of us. Strong critic of anti-democratic forces. But today, my bros is trying to defend everything he once fought against. I no qualms about it. As you know, Nigeria politics happened to him. My Egbon, Big Egbon Oshomole, was a strong labor leader who fought against oppressive government forces. But unfortunately today, he's among the government's forces oppressing workers with hunger and ASU with no work, no pay. My dear, may Niger politics not happen to you like that. Remember, Godswill Akpabio was in PDP for 19 years, asking party leaders to come take 1 million naira for Mr. Biggs, your common governor. But when he moved to APC in 2018, he suddenly informed us that PDP destroyed the country. You see, once Niger politics happen to you, you lose your senses. I don't even want to talk about Femi Fani-Kayode, as his notoriety for political prostitution has been taken judicial notice of by everybody, including you. Niger politics didn't happen to him. In fact, nothing happened to Niger politics. Tinubu joined AD, became a governor, abandoned them and formed AC, metamorphosed into ACN, and subsequently formed an alliance with strange bedfellows to form APC. Went around the country selling Buhari as a warlord and messiah that will solve the structural, economic, and security deformity of Nigeria. Today, you and I couldn't even go to the village for Christmas because of insecurity. And yeah, recently they can kidnap some people from train also. Yet today he's campaigning to build on the achievement of Buhari. I want to ask, which achievement? Banditry, hunger, kidnapping, general insecurity or poverty? I leave you to answer that. That is if Nigerian politics never happened to you. Godwin Obaseki and his deputy Philip Shabu were in APC from inception, only to move into PDP. And today we open their mouth to criticize APC and the people. When Nigeria don't happen to, go they defend and clap for them. Continue. How about Daniel Buala, my learned colleague? Until a few months ago was a strong supporter of Buhari and APC. And today he's speaking for PDP and criticizing the APC he was once speaking for just a few days ago. How else can you describe Nigeria politics happening to someone? Dino Melaye was in PDP, moved to APC, campaigned vigorously for Buhari until he jumped from a moving vehicle into PDP, remember? And today, he's unapologetic one of the promoters of PDP candidate Atiku. And you say these are not the principalities, demons, and power. Of Nigeria politics happening to someone. Anyway, nothing spoiled. This is Nigeria. Atiku was in PDP, moved to ACN, from there back to PDP and to APC, and now PDP. And all the while, rather than fight for restructuring of the country while he was there, he was busy selling and acquiring national assets that haven't worked since then. And today, he's promising you and I to restructure Nigeria and privatize NNPC, maybe to his friends. And you are clapping. You can call it Nigerian brand of politics, but I call it Nigerian politics has happened to you. How about Kenneth Okonkwo, Andy of living in bondage? He once promised us that Buhari was a messiah to lift us out of our bondage when Andy, he was in APC. But today he's in Labour Party making the same promises and owes nobody any apology about his previous promises. And you are praising him because the Labour Party. I don't blame you. The Nigerian politics is happening to you. Peter Obi was a rock in Abga. He left to join PDP under Goodluck Jonathan and didn't teach Jonathan how to turn Nigeria from consumption to production economy. Now he's in Labour. And like Buhari, he's promising Nigeria Eldorado. And as Nigeria politics is happening to you, you dey clap for him and insult people when disagree with you. Anyway, last, all man go chop breakfast when I don't clear. As Buhari and APC promised much more than this in 2015. Obasanjo endorsed Yar'Adua in 2007. In 2011, he endorsed Goodluck Jonathan. 2015, he endorsed Buhari. Then in 2019, he endorsed Atiku. And today, 2023, he has endorsed Peter Obi as his right anyway. Una the fight on herself over the matter. As if all his previous endorsements don't make Nigeria better. I swear, once Nigeria politics happen to you, even the devil will envy your misbehavior. Plenty consistent inconsistencies in our politics, and we close our eyes to them as we shout and call on God daily to come do for us that which has empowered us to do for ourselves. I will therefore advocate for as long as we keep allowing Nigeria brand of politics to happen to all of us, we'll continue to tolerate these types of inconsistent actors in our political systems while doing the same thing from different political platforms, setting and operating under the same set of rules, laws, orientation, and mindset, and expecting something different. Well, even if I reject it for you, have you rejected it for yourself? According to Chief Afe Babalola, no amount of endorsement, political jumpology, consistent inconsistencies, promises of Eldorado will take Nigeria out of the wood if the structural constitutional deformity of Nigeria is not fixed or changed. And I completely agree with him. Yet, as usual, all the political parties are afraid to discuss this for fear of incurring the wrath of our principalities. So, my advice to you, maintain your sanity. To maintain your sanity in 2023, forget all the noise, the political jingles, the promises by politicians, as they will always overpromise and underdeliver. Ask yourself the basic burning question. What are the indicators, indices, possibilities, and precedent on ground that points to the achievement of these plenty promises by the various political parties? This is against the backdrop of the reality of our 77 trillion debt burden that will be inherited by the next government. If you can answer that question for yourself and take your stand, Nigeria politics would happen to you in 2023. As sense will fall on you. Blessed are those who are not expectant.
Any Nigerian who is still hanging around waiting for 2023 to change Nigeria is a fool. Line 20 Daily Faro me up and ask them to become president of Nigeria. 20 of me, 20. Multiply their brain power by 10, factor of 10, and then force them to operate the 1999 Constitution with the governance system that is enshrined in it. We shall fail spectacularly. The problem of Nigeria can never be resolved by personnel changes. The system is designed with impunity undergirding it, and it can never deliver anything positive to the Nigerian peoples. Be those Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Fulani, whatever they care to be. Make an Igbo man president of Nigeria in 2023 and force him to operate the 1999 Constitution. Complete waste of time. Igbo will continue to suffer the brunt of the wickedness of the Nigerian state. Every Nigerian is rendered stateless by the 1999 Constitution. It is an iniquitous, wicked, and evil document. It has nothing good for the Nigerian people. And the longer we continue to fool ourselves believing, and let me enter one quick caveat. Our rulers are actually very intelligent when they care to be, especially when it comes to their own preservation. And I know as a fact that they're already making noises about restructuring in Abuja. The Mace Snatcher and the Lawan and that one that calls himself Baja. All of them are sat there running helter-skelter, cobbling together some lies that they intend to sell to us as constitutional, what do they call it, amendments. Let's be clear. You cannot continue to build on top of lies. You can't sustain that lie. And as long as justice is missing in a place, you continue to have strife. We need to tell ourselves the truth, and that truth is that the closest we can come to normalcy in Nigeria is to have a return to the original agreements that founded this country.